Hello everyone, I'm Srikanth Bangalore and this is My Next Move. On this show, we talk to people best in their profession and learn their relationship to chess and how chess informs them in their profession. Today, I'm so excited to be talking to Dorian Thompson-Robinson, also known as DTR. DTR is NFL quarterback. He plays for Cleveland Browns. He was raised in Nevada and then later played for UCLA Bruins. The reason I thought he would be a great choice for interviewing today is he has a position in NFL, that of quarterback, which involves a lot of thinking. It's a huge amount of brain game, and I learned from him that during his NFL, or rather pre-NFL days, he was asked to learn chess. So I'm very curious what chess and football have in common. Counter to the stereotype, DTR also is a extremely philanthropic person. He has a foundation called the DTR Foundation. You can learn more about it on the dtrfoundation.org. I came across a very cute little story, very endearing. A patient, potentially terminally ill, requested a signed jersey to DTR, and he said yes. That already made the day. What they were expecting is it would be delivered somehow. What they did not know was one day when they opened the door and the package was there and they were looking through the Ring camera, DTR himself had walked the package in, hand delivered it. That made the day. So DTR is, I'm a huge fan of him. He is extremely kind, very generous, and I'm so happy that I'll be talking to him later today. So when we come back, we'll be joined by DTR. Everyone, this is Srikanth Bangalore, and this is My Next Move, where today I'm joined with NFL player Dorian Thompson. Dorian, thank you so much for joining the show.
No, of course, thank you for having me.
Tell me, how did you discover football? How were you introduced to it? Because I'm in chess and I'm trying to get every kid to learn how to play chess. I want to learn what about football got you started in it. What was your journey?
Yeah, so I actually started out playing basketball.
Basketball?
Yeah, I started out playing basketball when I was about 6 or 7. And I was one of those kids that was always a little too rough on the court. And so football was just kind of my natural calling. It's the thing that always kept me entertained. My dad introduced me to it. I think at about 8 or 9, so right after I got done playing basketball, and I just fell in love with it right away. It was something that I was new to, introduced to, and something that I just gravitated towards at all points of the day. So.
Your dad introduced football to you. That's so great, because dads introduce chess to their kids, so I'm trying to learn parallels between your journey and chess and how kids get introduced to chess. So what happened after that? So you got into, your dad taught you how to play NFL, football, and then how is the system? Like, how do you get into, like, is there a system that's in place to propel you to NFL? Is there a path?
Yeah, there's a short path. Going through high school, college, and then training to be able to get to the pros. I think there's definitely a formula that I think a lot of parents nowadays are trying to follow and get their kids on at an early age to be able to prepare them as fast as possible, as early as possible, so that way when they get to the next level that they're as prepared as possible, for sure.
I see, so there is clarity and there's clear steps to follow for the parents.
Right, for sure.
You play chess?
I do.
When did you discover chess?
So my freshman year of college, my head coach in college brought in a chess grandmaster to kind of teach the quarterbacks a parallel between chess and how to process things on the field. And so it took only a couple lessons for me to kind of fall in love with it. Just the way he taught it. He's my mentor now. I've been playing, like I said, since my freshman year, so 2018. And yeah, I love it.
Please remind me, how old are you?
I'm 24.
You are 24,
yes.
And you've been playing since 6 years now.
Yeah.
Okay. And so when you learned chess, and you fell in love with it, and you were obviously in love with football. Did you discover any relationship between playing football and playing chess? Are there any parallels?
I think there's a lot actually, at least in my position, I'm a quarterback, so a lot of my game is above the shoulders, being able to process things, diagnose different patterns, being able to see threats and weaknesses. I think there's a lot when having to control a whole offense, 10 guys around you. You also have to be able to control a board and know what players can be used at certain times to your advantage. And there's we can go on and on about this for sure. But yeah,
no, please tell me, because
I'd say there's a lot of
football is new to me, so I do not understand football. And and some people have told me that football is contact chess, right? Like collision chess. So it is chess with a lot of movement.
Right.
I do not understand what that means.
So on the field, everybody has a job.
Okay.
In a chessboard, I feel like everybody has their own separate job as well. Every piece does not equal the same amount of points. Your pawns are less than your rooks are less than your knights, and all those above. So for the offensive lineman to know that his job isn't to catch the ball, throw the ball, it's to block for the guy behind him. The same way when you castle, your pawns are trying to set up to be able to protect your king, right?
Wow.
So, there's a lot of different parallels to it for sure.
Which was the first great aha moment for you? Like, man, chess can help me with football.
So,
does it help with football?
Yeah. So, and like I said, in my profession, when I first started with my mentor, he used to say I had a very attacking style, and that's how I felt like I played in football too. I was always trying to make plays. I was always trying to win the game for my team. And he taught me that, even though you're an offensive player, you can still have like a defensive mentality in terms of protecting your king, which is in our case the ball.
Right.
And so understanding that mindset, it helped me a lot with not making as many mistakes in football.
So football, the football itself is the king.
Yeah. We have a motto in my chess mentors thing. It's protect the king, and you're a player, not a piece. You're a player in your own game, not a piece in somebody else's.
You're a player, not a piece. Protect the king.
Protect the king at all costs.
This is awesome. So, tell me this. When you went to school, where did you go to school?
UCLA.
UCLA. That was your undergrad, right?
Yep.
Where did you do your elementary school?
Dawson in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Las Vegas, Nevada, Dawson. Did they have chess in the school at that time?
I believe they had a chess club. I wasn't interested in it at the time. But yeah, I believe they had a chess club. If I already knew about chess way sooner, I for sure would have been in it.
Cool. Would you want your fans to play chess?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Football relates to life, and if chess relates to football, then it all correlates. So I think any and everybody can use chess to be able to upgrade and advance their mental process on how they think about things differently and what they use in their life for sure.
FYI, I am from Los Angeles. I live half a mile from UCLA.
Oh, where?
In Westwood.
Oh, okay,
so,
cool. Yeah.
We should stay in touch. We should meet and we should play chess. I want to know who's your mentor, who's your chess mentor?
Seth Mikowski. He actually lives in Los Angeles too.
Cool. So everybody shout out to Seth Mikowski. He is teaching chess to football players. He's making chess cool again. Now, I have a question for you. Football is growing, right? Already. Do you see chess also growing?
Yeah, I mean, shoot. This tournament we have today, I mean, yeah, I think it is. I think it's becoming an actual sport. I think people are starting to respect it, and I think people are actually starting to see it as a cool thing and not a nerdy thing for sure.
Right. I think I would love to discuss more with you later, but we can end the podcast here.
Sweet.
Thank you so much for joining us and helping future generations be inspired by what you have to say about football, chess, and your own journey. Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you.
Dorian.
Welcome back, everybody. Now I'll be reflecting on my conversation with DTR. There are so many things that that caught my eye in that conversation. The foremost amongst them was, he was wearing a wristband, and the wristband had something about chess. The ball is the king. Remember, you're a player, not a piece. Those sayings written on a wristband to remind him all the time that what is important. What a great strategy, what a great hack it is, right? I wish everyone did more of these kinds of life hacks where the things most important to them, they would either tattoo it or put it on a wristband. The football being the king, he's a quarterback, and so one would imagine he's an offensive player. He's only thinking about attack, but the ball being something that he has to protect at all costs, so the protection mentality, the defensive mentality around the ball, that was new to me. If we have to derive some life lessons, you might say our family is the king, or relationships are king. Those could be some of the life lessons we could take from him signifying the football is the king in chess. Another thing that just blew my mind apart was he was so articulate, like boom, 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 boom. He was describing so many reasons how chess was similar to football and how he had to think so differently. When you think of Iron Man, right? There's this famous saying where one person asks, if you take away your suit, who are you? And the Iron Man replies, billionaire, playboy, genius, philanthropist. DTR is an Iron Man. That's what I felt like talking to him, and more. It was a very delightful conversation with DTR. And next week, we'll be back with more conversations with NFL players. Stay tuned until then. Thank you.